Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, March 24th, and it is about 6:15 in the evening, my time. And so this video is going to be featuring a flip through and review of this book called Magical Dawn, and it is by Hanna Karlzon. As a little disclaimer, I did receive this from the publisher in exchange for an honest review. So I'm going to go ahead and flip through this book. I will show you the pages in it, and I'll give you my thoughts on what I think of the book and how I feel about it. All right, so Magical Dawn came out almost a couple weeks ago. It was released on Tuesday, March 14th. So I'm sure some of you may have this in hand by now, but we're going to go ahead and review it anyway. Here is the front of it. Now, it is a nice hardbound book, which a lot of coloring books are not hardbound. I like that in a coloring book because it makes it pretty sturdy and just easy to deal with. So there's the front of it. Now here is the back of it. It's got a little blurb on the book, and if you want to go ahead and read that, you can pause the video to look at that. I'm not a very good oral reader, so I'm going to spare you guys that. Okay, so on the spine, it's going to say Magical Dawn, and then it's got Hanna Karlzon's name on it. Very, very easy to read. And so when you put this on your bookshelf, you'll be able to pick it out very easily. Okay, so I don't know the dimensions on this, but it is a rectangular book. It kind of reminds me of an 8.5 by 11. It might be a little bigger. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and flip through it, and I'm going to talk about the book a little bit and give you my thoughts on it and just show you what we have. So as you open it up, it has the black end papers. You have black on the inside of the cover and then black end papers. The binding is very sturdy, so you shouldn't lose your pages very easily. You have this little title page right there. You can color in that little image. Okay, so these are double-sided pages. Here is the This Book Belongs To page. You can color in all that. Most of these coloring books, I think, have that. All right, so here are the images. This is double-sided pages. The paper feels pretty thick. Now, in this book, in this Magical Dawn, we're going to be seeing a lot of jewels. We have some girls in it, some beautiful girl characters. Just a lot of jewels and things like that, which is very different than a lot of the coloring books that you're going to see. And I'm going to have to watch some tutorials or something to figure out how to color some of these gems because I've never colored anything like that. And I'm not sure how to go about it, but I'm willing to learn. So anyway, as I was saying, this paper feels pretty thick. But because it is double-sided, I would be very careful about what you use in them as far as what mediums go. I'd be careful about markers. You could probably get away with some water-based markers, but just be very careful. Alcohol markers, they kind of tend to bleed through anything, so I wouldn't use them in this book. Because if you do, you'll probably ruin the backside of your page that you're doing it on. This paper feels like it's got some pretty good tooth to it, so colored pencils, I'm sure, would stick to it very nicely. See, again, as you can see, I mean, these are, there's this big jewel right there. And now this has a lot of room where you can practice some shading and blending, but a lot of these pages are going to be pretty tiny and intricate. You do have some bigger spaces, but you do have a lot of tiny, tiny, tiny little details to color in. And I got pages sticking together. You do have some tiny, tiny details to color in. And so it's going to take some patience to do some of that. But with some of these jewels and stuff, you'll be able to practice the blending and shading and things. There are areas to be able to do that. Now, this book will not lie flat very easily. You got to kind of mess with that spine to be able to do that, which then it's going to make it hard to get into these creases, like when you're going to need to color down this way. It's going to be hard to get in there. You're going to have those hard to reach areas. And I wish coloring books weren't like that, but a lot of coloring books are like that just because you have to bind it somehow. And unfortunately, sometimes when you bind it, you lose part of the image kind of in between that binding. or in between the crevice right there. So you will have to deal with that. But the binding is very durable, so this book is not going to fall apart on you very easily, which is good. It's made very, very well. It's sturdy. I really love the images in this. They're very different, like, you know, because of all the gems and just the way it's done. It's very different. Like, I have Hannah's book Daydream, or not Daydreams, but Summer Nights. I don't have Daydreams, but I do want to get that one. But I do have Summer Nights, and this one is quite different than Summer Nights. But that's okay, because sometimes, like, you don't want the same thing day in and day out either. So it's nice to have something a little different. Now, I am doing a giveaway on my channel. I will put that video in the description section of this video, so you can look at that if you have not seen that yet. I am giving away a copy. One of the things I'm giving away is a copy of this book. You can check that video for more details. Also, I will put in the description section the link on Amazon to this book in case you would like to buy it. I think it's between $8 and $9. It's worth every penny, though, because it is a sturdy book. It's hardbound, and it's just a great book. The images are beautiful. You could really have a lot of fun with it. I know I will. And I'm gonna learn how to color in those gems. Just because I've not really colored in anything like that. I'm used to the flowers. I'm used to, like, fairies and mandalas and things like that. But gems, I gotta figure out how to do those. Maybe some neon gel pens will kind of make them shine a little bit. But I will be consulting some tutorials. I bet you that these are going to be some beautiful pages. See, there's another character right there. You can color her in very nicely. But I bet you that people are going to do some beautiful pages in this book. And I'm really just blown away at the amount of talent that people have in coloring in these books and stuff. Now, I've not colored in any of the pages. I just got this yesterday in the mail, so I've not really had time to actually color in it, but I have colored on this type of paper before. So that's it. That's the last image, and then you get this black page right there. And there's the end papers, and then there's the back of it. Now, out of 5 stars, I would probably give this between a 4.5 and a 5. Because I love the images. I love how this is laid out. It's packaged beautifully. The book is beautiful. It's bound very sturdily. It's very sturdy. You know, very well made. And the images are beautiful. The images are beautiful. I mean, I really love them. I don't think there's anything in here that I totally dislike. Now, there's a couple of them where you probably saw one girl that had, like, the nose to ear thing, and I don't know exactly how I feel about that. I'm kind of old school when it comes to things like that, but but other than that, like probably 99% of the images, I love them, love them, love them, love them. And as I said, the book is made very well. It's bound very nicely. I love that it's hardbound. The only thing that I would have to say is that I wish that there was a test page in here, because I know people like to test their color palettes and to see how their markers and media and stuff is going to react to this book. So, I mean, there is that title page that you can do some testing on, but it would have been nice to have just, you know, a blank page or two to actually do that testing. So, you know, maybe they can think about that in the future when they put these books together, maybe just give a little test page or something. So, Anyway, that's about all I have to say as far as that goes. So anyway, I would give this between 4.5 and 5 stars because I do love this book. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review and flip through. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? And while you are at it, hit that bell. You will be notified immediately when I upload new videos. You all have a great day, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye, guys.